Right, big episode today. Thinking is, every time we do a player attributes reveal, we'll do it for 2 years behind. So, for example, we're going to do it this year anyway, but then it'll be like, we then go back 2 years, which would be a year from now, and then we see all the players that we've used. Because I do think that there is a good element of actually seeing the players' attributes, but hopefully then it's at a time where, if there's a 2 year gap between us seeing the players. If we're 2 years ahead of what we're looking at, there's a really good chance that one, half the players in our squad aren't even at the club anymore, and the ones that are, we've already used for potentially 2, maybe more than 2 years, and we didn't know how good they were. So we still get that element, and it stops, I suppose. People think that it's too easy to be influenced by seeing the attributes. So I'm thinking we do something like that, where we go back 2 years and we look at the players that we had 2 years ago, and we get to see it then, because then we can laugh and be like, we spent 2 years using that left winger. There's a starting player thinking he was good. I just think, I don't like the idea of never being able to see how good somebody is, right? I don't like the idea of that, personally. I think for the series, it does add something to it to be able to see the player attributes. So, but let's do it in a way where it doesn't affect decision-making from me and from everybody else, I suppose. So that's what I'm thinking. Let me know what you think about that. We can just never do it at all, but I do think that we should do it, to be honest. I think we should do it, but we should do it when it's safe. So either we do it like where we just go back 2 years before and we look at the squad that we had then, or what we do is we just look at players when we sell them. So every summer we look at the players that we let go and then see how good they were. The first way sounds a lot more complicated than it actually would be, but yeah, hopefully that makes sense anyway. So we're going to play Arsenal last game of the season, so off camera. You've not missed much. We've done all right. I mean, we've been testing, so we've got bad results, but we've been testing. I mean, it's been pretty bad off camera, but we have been testing, so I'm not too bothered about the results. And also, I mean, we're not in Europe, we're not getting relegated, so what? Who cares? It doesn't really matter. Yeah, we're going to play Arsenal today in this game. I mean, just really, it's like a swan song for the season. Say thank you to everybody, and then we'll do the end of season review. We'll do a player attributes reveal, the last one. So I think everybody should stay around for that. We'll do the last one, see what these players are like, and then we'll see if we've got enough time then to go look at some players as well. But that's what we're going to be in today's episode. The manager says, no pressure. Okay, what should we test? What should we change for this one? I do find sometimes that Elias has it on the right-hand side. The advanced playmaker attack does nothing with it, clears it away. Does Tierney, Christensen, Rodriguez, Palacios, Araujo, goal, 1-0. Goal from Barnsley, that. Yes. Goal, this wasn't it? Wasn't bad. Not knocking it around. I mean, not sure the right-sided player affected this at all. Palacios plays it through to Araujo. Scores, makes it 1-0 to Barnsley. And he throws it in here to Simic, to Elias. Elias gives it away, apparently. We're going to retain the ball that Elias has it. Great ball through into Simic. Surely Simic scores 2-0. Good goal. Order for Arsenal, whipped in, headed away. It's going to go back in. Hooray, free kick. Last time for half time, Rodriguez gets it, plays it into Sangare. Sangare over the top to Simic, headed away, back in. Elias to Simic. Retain the ball. Looks like he's actually rotating with him now, Elias. Which I don't know if I like that permanently, though. They got to rotate back now. Yeah, what was happening was, that's brilliant football. Like, they weren't doing that. The wingers weren't staying wide and getting on the ball. So we'd defend, we'd be locked in like a deep, compact, block, and then we'd win the ball, and they would take way too long to go wide, so we'd have to end up going quite direct down the middle. But hopefully we can tweak something to stop that from happening. Things are going well, lads. Well done. Take off Araujo and throw on Cruz, and Elias can come off, and Barassi on. Manea's going to trip away with it. So I keep looking at my recording. So I was having a problem. I started to stream, right? I finally got my streams to work correctly on Twitch. And then it completely messed up my recordings in OBS. It changed the format of like how the videos came out. Everything changed. So I spent about 2 hours this morning trying to fix it back to what it was like. So apologies if in this game I'm not as into the game as normal, like the actual specific match, just because I'm looking at the recording and making sure everything's all right, to be honest with you. And also the game doesn't mean anything, does it? It's just like a little tweak to that. I don't think we've learned too much from this advanced playmaker on the right sort of thing, but that role does need to change. It's not been doing anything. Whether you can call it goal for Arsenal. I was just singing and busted to myself. I think that was a real highlight, to be honest with you. It happens. Good song. It happens in 90s. Underrated. Give it a listen. They're two separate songs. It happens, and then there's the song 90s. Two separate songs. Rodriguez, Manea, Barassi, cruises in. Don't know what this guy's doing offside here, but we'll take it. 3-1. Good win against Arsenal last game of the season. So I'm proud of the performance. Yeah, so off camera, what you missed me tweaking is I even tried like the wingers deep, or one winger deep, one winger high. Tried all sorts of stuff off camera, and so a good load of money for us. Look, so the finances already recovered. What'll be interesting, well, think about this, right? So our back balance is going to be what? Maybe minus 7 million, and if we keep losing for the next month or so. And then if we were to look at our 23, so let's say we sell almost every single player, that's going to be like, what, 25, between 25 and 45 million, depending on how much of these are actually worth and what they've done out on loan. But that's a lot of money still to come in. And I actually forgot about the budgets this year. What they're going to give us, I think it'll be less because we've used a lot of 48-month stuff. So it might be like 29, 27. Oh yeah, end of season review. We'll get into that now anyway. New arrivals. Somebody also asked to see the board reaction to the transfers, so we'll also look at that. So Meslier, that was really slow for some reason. Meslier, yeah, he did well. I mean, you can see it here. I think whoever said this, when we click on the players, maybe I don't click on the players sometimes, that's what you meant. But yeah, anyway, Meslier was, a good sign until he got injured, and then Rossi was pretty good. So A, C+, Simic, 14.5 million. He scored 16 goals this season. That's pretty good considering, there were times where he couldn't score at all. So, Rodriguez, 3.5 million, 12 assists, mostly corners. He was stuck on 11 assists from about January onwards, so not great second half of the season. Wisdom Man, he was bang average, he was alright. Like, he'll probably start next year with somebody else, but it was the left side that I was more worried about, the centre back, so might be a good side. We don't know yet. Sangare, he was alright. Like, not that I would sell. I mean, Annie and Sangare are both going to stay, but like they probably had more of an impact than we realised because of how much better the team did, but we'll see. Araujo, 10 million, 60 goals, same as Simic. Like, between them, they got 30 goals, 32 goals, so that's not bad, is it? Aldonado was a proper Moneyball signing, somebody I've never heard of, never seen play before, and he came in and it was good for this season, but he's the player I would definitely look to improve on. And it'd be interesting to see our last attributes review. We'll see how good he is. I don't think he's going to be very good. Mane was really bad. I didn't really like him at all, but he did a job for a season. And it was only 4 million, so that's all right. Waste of money. Onyedika wasn't great. Vidovic, complete. Yeah, I agree, board. Yeah, how hands up. That was a bad transfer. I just hope we get some money back for him. Blasios, that was a good sign. And to happen in the same, but like he was probably my best left winger. He wasn't great. He was bad, but so was everybody else. So I think that was worth it. 2 million for a defensive fielder. Backup one, that was fine. Fat was a monumental waste of money. He was terrible. We'll see how good he is in a second. Christensen, 7.5 million. Worth it. We need a left back. Basil, right wing. Yeah, whatever. Elias, A+, they're giving him. He must be good. He didn't play very well. Brian Ocampo, F. I'd give it an F board. That's a bit nice. We're expected to fight bravely against relegation. We finished 11th or 12th, sorry, in the end. Like 7 points off of the Europa League or Europa Conference League. So, yeah, 7 points off Europe, 20 points off relegation. So that's a huge improvement for us. Finances, broadcast fees have gone down by over 10 million. Okay, sponsorship's gone way up. That's all good. Nice shirts there. How we lined up. Yep, that was the first team pretty much. Not the same sides, but that's the right team. Accolade, Simic. For the fans player of the season and young player of the season. Signing of the season was Rossi. Okay, fair enough. Goal of the season, Rodriguez. Top goal scorer, Araujo. Most assists, Rodriguez. Okay, great. Highest average rating, Meslier. Hasn't played in like 5 months. He's still out for a long time, by the way. Like, he's still out for another 2 to 5 months. It was a bad injury. And that is it. There's your end of season review. And we've got our best ever finish in the Premier League. So, there you go. Before we do anything, let's compare it to last season quickly. So, last season we finished on 34 points with 49 goals scored and 83 against. Now, this year, hang on a second here. Sorry, I've done it against you, haven't I? Let's go back. Come on, Jack. Come on. Hopefully that works. Is that all right? Yeah, it should be fine. So hopefully you can see everything now and you can still hear me okay. Yeah, you can. So yeah, we finished on 34 points. Now you can see it all here yourself, just so you can see, and I'll do it again for this one. I could be my camera, but I don't want to touch my OBS recording after what I've just had to go through the last 2 hours. So I think no camera's all right for now. So yeah, Barnsley then here this season managed to finish on 49 from 34. It's a massive jump. And we've managed to score 62, which last season, what did we score? 49. Loads more. 83 we conceded. This we conceded at 74. So across the board, big improvements, right? That was good for us. I mean, I can go back and manually check what the average possessions were. That's a good thing about saving it per year as well. You can manually go back now and check your average possession year on year, which you can't do once you've hit continue past 23rd of June. So that's definitely, I definitely recommend doing that for all your saves, to be honest. I would say, not just Moneyball, anything, it's definitely worth doing. So yeah, we were all the way down here for average possession this season. Let's have a look at attacking. It mid-table there. Goals per game. Yeah, with the same previous for all of that. Penalties, how many penalties do we get? 5. Okay, goals from corners. About, half decent. Higher, almost top quarter almost in the league. Passes completed, way down. Chances created, we should be quite high on. 12, that's not great. I'm interested defend. I think defensively we conceded a lot of chances. If we have a look at expected goals against, yeah, we were the third worst for that. I thought so. So we need to do better. Either need to buy players that can help get us out of trouble more with pace or something at the back, or change tactic. Net chance to spend, we are bang mid-table for that. And our wages, we are 15th. So there you go. That's pretty much all we want to see here. This is nice. The Barnsley overall, I can change this back now, I think. Oh, no, I'll leave it for now. So you can see the whole screen still. So Barnsley overall best 11. You can see there that we've got some new players in. Lumley's still in there. Simic has finally got himself in. So that's an overall best 11. I like this screen. I completely forgot about that. Season review. We've already done that. Thank you. Set current vision. Next season, lads. All right, I think I'll come back into the screen here. Oh, maybe you might have just seen a black screen for a second there, as it was transitioning over. Okay, we're going to say that we can avoid relegation. That'll do. Good. Simic and Raho both have clubs interested in them. 28. So that's about what I thought we'd get for money, by the way. Not much wager, that's fine. Got a lot of players to get rid of that are on loan. And Arajo are both exactly the same profile and type of striker. And they both did okay. Like 16's good, but we create a lot of chances. So that's about like breaking even, I would say. And it's almost better to have like one that breaks in behind to stretch the pitch a little more. So anyway, let's do an attributes reveal. And do the last one we're ever going to do. In this way, at least, anyway. So start from Meslier, but we all know who Meslier is. So as you can see, his injury hasn't helped. His base has gone down. Strength's gone way down. 9 strength. Got on the weights, Meslier. Santiago Rodriguez. Oh, okay. It's different to what I thought. He has got 6 work rate. I'm not a fan of that at all, man. Don't like that. That's interesting. He's really good on set pieces, though. Like he's a proper deep line playmaker. Tackling 4. Like I would never would have guessed he was that bad defensively. Like he didn't score that badly defensively, so that's interesting. That's quite different to what I expected. Interesting, Santiago Rodriguez. Okay, Bernau is our backup CDM. Okay, that's about what I would expect, maybe. Maybe not quite as good. He's all right. Enrique Arajo, yeah, okay. He's not going anywhere, I don't think. Simic can leave before him, I think. Well, we'll see, I guess. Manea, I don't know about Manea. Okay. I didn't know what to expect with him, to be honest with you. And I do think, do you know what? Now we're doing this again. Even more now, I do think it's really good to not do this the same season because, like, it creates the scenario where I could end up keeping somebody for 2 or 3 years that's actually really shit because they just score on good stats. Whereas seeing the attributes, I suppose, does give you more of an inkling and allow you to make different decisions. So, no, I do agree with that, by the way. I do agree with the chat and comment section. I completely agree with everybody watching that doing this differently is the way to go. I still definitely want to do an attributes reveal just the way that we do it. So I do think we'll go back like 2 years before and do it, something like that. I'm like 90% leaning towards going back 2 years and looking. I am open to persuasion on that. Barassi is better than I thought. So Barassi would be on my list to get rid of. And he's still not great, but he's better than what I thought he might be. He could improve, so he's all right. He's actually quite good. He's actually legitimately quite good. Now, looking at him here, I think next season, if I was playing the game normally, without the attributes turned off, I probably would have started him up front with Araujo, because I'd have felt like if he'd have started scoring, he'd be fine. But he never quite got those 2 or 3 goals in a row. So he never got on a run and kept going out of form. And we'd always say Elias hasn't scored for so long. So no, he's pretty good. Definitely worth 5 million. Victor Christensen, our captain. He's not quite as slow and unagile as I thought he'd be. Like, he'll start next season probably. If he got a tiny bit more agile, that'd be nice. He's on quickness. So I'd probably whack him onto agility. I don't know what he was like at the start of the season, though, so we'll never know. Franco Benitez is terrible. That's my guess. Oh my God. Wow. There's bad signings, ladies and gentlemen. There's that. How much did I spend on him? 2.5 million. At least we sold him. We made a profit on him. Oh, what a bit of business that was. Get out of jail free card there. Cheers, Rotherham. Right then. Alexis Maldonado. Oh, he's not good, is he? He's not good. That's League One. That is a League One centre-back. And we've been using him all season. But he did better than my other centre-backs I felt, left centre-back. So he scored all right. But stats-wise, he was like... If I'd have seen this halfway through the season, it wouldn't have bothered me because he still played better than the others. But, wow. Rocco Simic. Okay, I can tell you right now, I did not see those attributes in the match engine myself. No. He's brilliant. I've seen Simic a few times in FM this year. I've never seen him be that good, ever. He looks like Benjamin Sesko. Maybe I can't sell him. It'd take a lot of money. Has he got a release clause? 39.5. Wow. Wow, Onyedika. Terrible. Useless. No thanks. Now that Jacob van Anton Avasilj, he was our winger who scored really good on the stats for a winger and played in a obscure division. I can't remember which one it was, and I think it would be Croatian. What do we reckon? Oh, but he's... Nah. I can't believe we stayed up. I can't believe we've done this well with this team, to be honest with you. He started a lot of games for us. Ibrahim Sangare. Yeah, that's more like it. That's more like it. I've seen him before a couple of times. I don't know if it was this FM or the FM before. Los Blasios, a complete unknown. Our best performing left winger. What do we reckon? Right. I need to find out the way to scout wingers because obviously I'm not doing a very good job of it. Especially from South America. Rino Campo is going to be terrible. He's better than Palacios. No. No. No, he's not. I'm not having that. He doesn't perform like this in the match engine, no. See, that's it, where it's the other way, right? It doesn't matter how good his attributes are. I'm having none of this. Brian Ocampo, he's gone. I've seen him enough times. He's done. He doesn't perform any stats for us whatsoever. Gabriel Vidovic. What a waste of money that was. Oh dear. That was a bad transfer. 9 million. When you score 17 goals, you know what I mean? Like, and 19 the season before. Muslim Ami, 12 million. Ooh. We're not very good here, but we're good here. And one of our first players who's going to stay with us throughout the whole journey, I think. Right, make sure he doesn't leave. Yeah, he needs a new contract. To get rid of that. Oh, he still wants that in there. No. Well, the release clause is currently higher than that, so I may as well leave it. And Augustin Rossi. Good goalkeeper. That's actually quite good. But yeah, that's it. I don't think there's anybody else. Let's just see how Rice is getting on in his development. Oh, man. I need you to get a work permit, Rice. Come on. Come on, Rice. To get you work permit, man. How did he get on? 23 goals, 34 games. Yeah, that's more like it. The youngsters, let's have a look at Simon Jackson, our youngster from the youth team. Nah, no good. He's all right. He's good for 19-year-old, but he's not going to be good enough for us. Actually, he could be... If we played a different formation like a 4-3-3, he could be good as a left central fielder, but just now a tactic, I don't think he fits anything. The legend's still here, Ryan Ledson. He's happy out on loan wherever he is right now, so that was his choice. And that is it. You're bang up to date. Let's put the attributes back to be masked. That's the last time we're going to do that in the way that we normally do it. So, yeah, definitely let me know what you think about my ideas there. What I've got to be very careful of at the moment is that I don't oversave Boston and Barnsley, because they're right next to each other, all the save files, and they're very close together. They'll start with B. So that's making me nervous saving over the files then. I just saved season 4, so yeah, I think that's pretty into the episode, to be honest. Like, I mean, I think next what we'll do this time round, we'll come back and we'll do like all the transfers in one go, one episode sort of thing. Like normally at the end of this episode, we tag along, we do some of the early transfers. We can look at some players' early doors if there's anything that we're looking at. Like, let's just look at what do we want to look at? What do we need first? That's the first thing we need to look at here. Is well, okay, let's look at who we can get rid of. Who's definitely going to be sold? Barassi. I mean, I would say Ocampo, Palacios, Vidovic if we can. I doubt we can though. I'd say probably all of those would leave. I still like to get, I don't know what the most important thing to sign is. Maybe instead of striker, like a third one. I mean, Cruz did pretty good, to be fair, as a third choice. Sort of like stuck in a sweet spot because there's a lot of positions we could improve on, but there's nothing like absolutely urgent. Maybe central midfield. That's probably the most important one because we now got Sangari. We go for another 2 years at least. Probably somebody next to Sangari would be nice. And I could look at some central midfielders. Currently seeing anybody off the top of my head there that was going to stand out. So I think next episode what we'll do is we come back, we pick some teams to emulate again, we calculate the stats and we start searching for players. I think that's where we're at for the next episode, to be honest. But yeah, that's going to do it. We've concluded season 4 with Barnsley and Moneyball. Thank you to everybody that's been watching. And I know I keep mentioning, and the reason I do is because I know that once somebody's invested like in a YouTube save, it's hard to go over to like Twitch. But if you go over to Twitch, we've got a Moneyball save going with Boston. It's brilliant, the live interaction. I think the last 2 times I streamed, I did 6 hours both times. So 6 hours straight of streaming. And, you'll see basically an entire season in one go at times. And yeah, it's going really well over there. And it's, there's a lot of conversations over there that we're like, you're able to speak to me in real time about this series if you want as well, like, and how we can change this one and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, there's no spoilers, so I don't give anything away. So we'll be any of that. But yeah, that's going to do the episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.